Hi, welcome to Amdari. If you're a data analyst, you're probably spending way too much time cleaning and organizing your data in Excel. But what if I told you there are 5 simple hacks that can save you hours every day? So in this video, I'll be demonstrating how you can use Excel to save time. So stick around because the hack number 5 is a game changer for making your reports fully interactive. So this is the Excel sheet. Act number 1 is how to check for blanks, how to check for cells that are empty in the data set. So rather than having to check for it manually or having to use the filter function to search each of the columns for which of the columns are black or which of the cells are black, all you need to do is first of all go to the editing text pane in the home bar, then click on find and select, then click on go to special. When I go to special, it's blanks. Click on OK. Now you can see no cells were found because none of the cells in this table are empty. So let's introduce a blank cell ourselves. We can see all the years here. The data set is 2024. So let us make this empty. And now repeat the same step. So all we need to do is find and select, go to special, then click on blanks. Automatically the cell is highlighted. So now you can decide to do what the formatting that needs to be done to your blank cell, whether you want to input it or you want to make use of other possible scenarios. Act number 2, removing duplicates. To remove duplicates, you go to the data bar, then under data tools, you see remove duplicates, and then ensure that all the columns are checked, then click on OK. So in this data set now, we can see that no duplicate values were found. But however, let's say there are some duplicates there. For example, this first 4 rows, just copy it and then introduce the duplicate ourselves. So again, you go to remove duplicates under the data bar. To remove duplicates, ensure the columns are checked, then click on OK. So now you can see 4 duplicate values were found and removed, and 10 unique values remained, meaning 10 unique sales ID are left in the data set. Then next is conditional formatting. For conditional formatting makes it easy to highlight particular cells in the data based on a certain criteria or rule that you apply. So to input conditional formatting, go to Home, then you could see conditional formatting here. So under conditional formatting, we can either highlight cell rows, top or bottom rows, data bars, color scale, icon set. So in this particular scenario, for the performance score, I'll highlight it first. I want to introduce data bar, and then click on a solid fill. Now you can see. So for cells that has a very high number, you can see 95. For the ones that has lower number, you could see 60. Then also we could use conditional formatting to highlight specific rules. So highlight specific rules. Maybe you want to highlight cells or format cells that has the word IT. So you need to do is enter the IT inside the cell and then choose the way you want your data to be formatted. So in this scenario, we have light red field with dark red text. We click on OK. So you can see our cell bit for IT being highlighted or has been highlighted. Hack number 3 is the use of pivot tables. As a data analyst, you should know how to make use of pivot tables as they make it easy to quickly summarize your data sets. So for quick analysis, pivot tables are very easy to use. So all you need to do is go to Insert and then click on Pivot Table. So here we're clicking on the Pivot Table option. So the table range is automatically selected for our table now as from cell A1 to M1048. Then we want our pivot table to be created in a new worksheet. So what I need to do is click on OK. So now we can see the pivot table here. So all we need to do now is to highlight specific columns or rows or values that we want to show in the pivot table. So first of all, let's say I want to find out the profit per brand in this data set. So move profit to the row pane, then move, sorry, so I'll move brands to the row. So I'll move brands to the row panes. So I'll move brands to rows. Then for the values, I want it to be summarized by profit. I just click on profit, you can see sum of profit. So you can either change this from sum of profits to count, average, minimum, maximum, and other another type of calculation that you might want to do. I just click on OK. Now you can easily see our sum of profits. Better mods with a profit of over 8 million. Then Euro with a profit of over 6 million. Trophy with a profit of over 6 million as well. Then let's say, for example, we want to create another pivot table. I can either copy this, click on Ctrl A, copy, and paste it into another cell. Or you go back to the table and create the pivot table again from the start. So this time around, all I just need to do is to click on existing worksheet, then the location. I'll just go to sheet 1 and then click on end. Then click on OK. You can see the pivot table will be created here. I'm just gonna ignore this and come back here. So now I want to edit this pivot table that has been included. So all I need to do is remove brands. Let's say we want to find out the profits per each of the sales rep in the data set. And I'm just going to click on sales rep. So we have the profit for each of the sales rep as well. So that is a quick way to summarize data using pivot tables. So as many as the rows in the data sets, you can always create pivot tables to show quick summary. So the next app I'll be showing is the use of slicers. Slicers are used to make charts very interactive, such that you are able to filter your data by yourself without having to create new pivot. All I need to do is click on the chart that has been created. This chart was created from the pivot table. So I click on the chart, go to insert, then under insert, you could see slicer. So for this slicer, it's at slicer. So which of the rows do we want to make use of as a slicer for the chart? So I'm just going to click on countries here, then click on OK. Now I could see our slicer being inserted. So when I click on a particular country now, this data set is filtered. But this is not my end goal. I want this other chart to be filtered as well. So all I need to do is ensure this slicer is selected. Then under the slicer pane, I'll come to report connections. Then you can see select pivot tables and pivot charts reports to connect to this sheet. So you have pivot table 4, which is this. So I want it to be connected to the pivot table 5 as well. So I'm just going to click on OK. So now anytime this slicer is affected by selecting the country, the two charts will change. And to clear the filter, just going to click on this. So yes, those are 5 simple hacks that will save you hours every day of your life as a data analyst. If you would like to work on more real world projects with real life scenarios, you can check out the Amdari platform.